Okay, fine. So in this analytical view, I will explain you one thing. If you
Sir, one more
Here
thing,
is a
sir.
one
Can you open the another one, sir? I have a query with that.
where
The go to the another one V3. Yeah, V3 attribute.
hmm,
Is this created or not?
see it is not activated. Imply attribute not active,
Why, sir?
not active because you should click on it.
No, I activated that.
Now it is activated.
Okay.
Now it is activated. Fine.
So, sir, in this
It is
table,
okay.
I was having the question that how shall I make a transaction table in department ID? You can check in employee. I made a employee ID, employee name, employee age, employee address. In department, I
Okay.
mention once. Can you open the department, sir?
Hmm.
In
Yes.
department, I mention
Department.
department ID, department name, location, department total employee. So in
Hmm.
if I make this is the attribute, this is the master table. So if I make a transaction table,
Hmm.
what data shall I use?
See in the attribute only masters.
Okay,
No transactions. Attribute means master.
yeah.
No transactions will
So
here.
so in
Transaction
this type
table
of
will
table,
give
what shall I
you.
use in the transaction table? Like previously we were dealing about the product, so we take the transaction table sales in which we use quantity and the price,
Hmm.
product
Hmm.
ID and the customer ID. But in
Hmm.
this, what type of transaction we can use?
It will connect with the employee. Na? It will connect with the employee attendance. It will connect with employee. No department will use individually.
So in transaction table, what shall I use? What are the call field I can use? I was not getting any idea. That's the reason I just stop over there. Are you getting me, sir?
Mm, yes, yes. Here you want to use a transaction table. You can do one thing. I will give you some idea. Maybe it's transact. Normally, it has no transaction table, but sometimes, sometimes it should be like that. Suppose department ID and total implies of the month. Total implies of the uh, total implies date. You can say date or you can say month, and after that uh, new uh, joined join implies in implies or out implies. You can say like that in implies and out implies. It
So
may be a transaction table because in a company sometimes departments implies come implies in and out.
mhm.
You can create. And there is one more example I can give you, like department ID. Suppose department ID. Yes, suppose department ID
Employee ID.
expenses month monthly expenses.
Okay.
It is also a transaction table,
So
and
only two things are
similarly,
there, sir. Then how I will connect with the employee?
you can connect with employee then
No, no,
then imply.
it is important to connect with both the tables or not at all. If no, if I not connect the employee table, then there will be no link with the transaction with the employee attribute.
uh, you can connect or not. You have option, but we recommend you should keep it individual, no joins.
Individual, sir.
Keep it individual like that. These are individual, separate. Now it is fine. If you want to join, you can create a new attribute view. Join attribute view. If you want to join, then you can do one thing. You can do one thing, employee and department. Department. And add to output, add to output, add to output. Add to output, add to output, add to output. And oh, department ID is missing here. Department ID is missing.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying,
So
sir. I was thinking that although we'll be creating a transaction table in which it will be having both employee ID, department ID, as well as some other details.
if there is a department ID, na, see, I will give you one example. If there is department ID,
Because in the previous example, which we have done yesterday, customer, product, and sales, there was no relation with the customer and the product. But in the sales, they were having the relation with each table, customer as well as with the product. By having customer
no,
ID,
yes. See, right now your all tables are correct. I checked your tables, na. These are correct. These are all separate. No individual relationship. There is no relationship between. See, leave this V3 one. Now come back here. See, customer and product has no relationship.
yes.
It is good. It is good. In the OLTP, sometimes it has some relationship. But in the OLAP, there is no relationship. We use fact table like transaction table for relations.
Mm-hmm.
And now
If there is no relation, then how to do?
sale sale table has relation, no? This is a sale table. Sale table has a relation.
No, if suppose we don't have a sale table, we just have a customer and the product, then there cannot be a relation.
Yes, there can be a relation, but we cannot use in multidimensional model. Cube.
Okay.
We cannot use in a cube because the condition of cube is all dimensions should be individual. All dimensions should be individual. See, suppose this is a dimension 1, this is a prod dimension, and here is a customer dimension means attribute view, and here is a fact table. Here is a fact table. So all dimensions should be connect with fact table only. Okay, this is this is the one scenario. And if you're saying my if you're saying my product dimension and my product dimension and my customer dimension, factor. Now, if there is a relationship between this, then this, it means the model is look like that. So customer is not a, in this case, customer will not consider as dimension because it is connected with product and product with connected with fact. Got it?
I didn't get the second one, sir. How the customer is related with the product? If there is in the previous example there was no at all connection, there was direct connection with the fact.
We can't say कि customer is a dimension. It is a extension of product dimension, like that.
Can you give the example when it will be connected with the product dimension, like which have table?
It is wrong.
Okay.
This is correct. This is correct. This is correct.
So you mean every time there should be a relation with the customer table with the fact and product table as well as with the fact.
Hmm.
And there might be the condition that there is no fact table, but only there is a master table or the dimension, as like in my case.
In a star schema, all dimensions must be connect with a fact table only.
So in my case, how can we connect, sir, that one?
If there is no fact table, then no cube will no cube is possible.
Yes.
That's it. No cube is possible.
So in my case, how can I create the cube in V31, which I used employee in the
You
department
can't
of?
you can't create cube without fact table. You should create a fact table firstly.
Okay. And one more thing, sir, while creating a table, why we'll give the customer ID? We always should define customer ID primary key, or it is not required in the table to mention primary key.
In which table?
While creating a table in the HANA database, we need to define the customer ID or the product ID as a primary key, or what is the use of defining the primary key? If we not define, then what is the difference? And if we define, then what is the difference?
Primary key where? Create a new table.
Yeah, when we are creating a new
When
table,
you create a new table.
yeah, suppose I
Which
am
table?
creating a customer table
Customer
with,
table. Ah, Customer
Then
table, you should mention primary key.
what is the difference? What is
See,
the you? If I use the primary key, then what will be the difference? If not, then what will be the difference?
if you use primary key, na, then suppose you are creating a table. Here, you are creating a table.
Just
Create column table.
table.
Suppose customer name. If you mentioned here primary key,
Okay.
suppose this is I execute it. If you insert values, values 1 comma Amit, it will run. Yes, it execute properly. Values 2 comma email, and now it executes properly. Now values I use 1 again. I use 1 again.
Okay.
When I use 1 again, then it will show error. The error is unique constraint violate because of primary key.
And if I not use the primary key, then
Then it is accepted, no problem. It can be insert,
so
but
a primary key can be only the customer ID. It cannot be a customer name.
no. Primary key primary key condition of primary key is primary key should be unique and not null. Should be unique and not null.
Not null means.
Unique not null means it can't be unspecified. Unspecified. We must be specified. We must mention a value.
So
We
it
can't
means.
leave blank.
So it means in every master table there should be a primary key.
Yes, it must
Like
be a primary.
like in department ID, we should have the department ID as a primary key, not the department employee or the department name. Department name is also the can be a primary key, yeah? Because it's a unique
No,
name.
no, no, no. Because we can't say कि department. Maybe according to your requirement, you can repeat the department name. It's but you cannot repeat department ID. Normally, ID is primary key is uh, numeric integer. Primary key is normally integer,
Okay.
but
So
department name can be repeat sometimes. Maybe some requirements.
mhm.
So you should choose primary key. You can choose any column of a primary key. There is no rule, but you should check. The value should be unique and not null. And
Integer.
prefer integer. Prefer prefer integer values.
Sir, in this, as you're creating a table just now, for example, so if I want to add a column on that, so I need to define once again. If I want to add a column of age, customer age,
See, alter
the
table
table, yeah, add
and
age in
edit, select start from cusp. See, age comes.
So now we have to put the values in the age. So we can go
Yeah, existing row. Then you should use update.
update, uh,
Hmm.
update
Yes,
CID,
update,
uh, update
update.
customer cost set equal to CID equal to 1 where age
Age
equal to
equals to
23 where cost employee ID equal to, oh sorry, CID equal to 1.
yes, correct, correct. And now check it. Now check it.
Sir, if we
This
are having
is
two tables as like age and the salary, so in that way we can create at once we can create, or we need to run two times command for age separately and for the salary separately. Are you getting me, sir? If I want to add
yes.
two columns, age as well as the salary, so we need to run one by one, or we can simultaneously run in one single command.
Normally you should run single command,
Hmm.
but if you can write like that. Suppose there is a age one and there is a age two. Normally single command is good. Here is problem. Here is some problem. Yes, use single command normally, but here is one option. We we cannot refuse. We can't do. I will check and inform to you.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more thing. So while updating the values in both the columns, so we need
Uh,
to update one by one. As like just now you said update customer set age equal 25 where cost ID equal to
you can
1.
see this command is okay. You can use it. Multiple columns. Add multiple columns,
Okay.
and I will show you the table.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you can update it also. Suppose you want set age is 25, where CID is 1. I think so. In the last class, I explained you.
No, I have done the thing, but I don't know where I have done the mistake. That's the reason I just asked with you.
Okay. So
We can update as well, yes, sir.
you want to update in the one single command, na?
One single command, both the tables, both the I mean
Both
field,
the columns.
both the
Both
columns.
the columns, na?
Yes, sir.
Like that. One thing is very simple. Age 1 is 28, age 2 is 34.
Hello.
Yes, yes. So update it and select. It is done.
Okay. So, sir, this reshuffle, how can we do, sir? One, two is upper, one is down. So, can we reshuffle that? One, two.
Yes, yes. At any time, At any time, you can use sort command, na?
Ascending this.
Order by CID. It will open. Just sorry. Select the command.
Okay.
It is like that. So now I will see your package again. I will see your package again. V3. This is V3 pack. You have created this analytical view. In this analytical view, it is fine. There is a product and there is a price, there is a amount. Suppose you want to create a one more column here. Suppose we want to create one more column here, which is not available in any table. Example, discount or bonus or any column based on calculations. In this case, we can create calculated columns. Example, this is product, there is an amount. You can see here calculated columns.
Okay.
You can find it in the analytical view. Select star schema. In the analytical view, select star schema and output window. Then you can find calculated column. Now you should right click on calculated column, new calculated column, name of your calculated column, data type of your calculated column, and you want to create attribute or measure. I want to create measure. It's up to
Why
you.
use the decimal, sir?
Hmm?
What is the use of length and the scale and the why you use the data type decimal?
This is the 7 2.
Sir, it is always
Scale
fixed
means
for decimal.
yes. Hmm?
In decimal, always it is fixed 7 2.
It is up to you. You can write anything, 15 to anything,
Okay.
anything. Suppose you write just 10 to, no problem. And see, here is columns amount. Suppose into 10 divided by 100 means 10% result. Okay, so you have created new
What you
column.
created, sir? Result.
This here under the calculation.
Okay. No, after that, after keeping the value amount into 10 by 100,
Hmm. I just validate the syntax.
okay,
Validate. Just okay.
and we are having the
When
operators, functions.
these are all Excel based. See plus, minus, less than, greater than. These are all, and these are all Excel based. All are Excel functions. All are Excel functions. So you should practice it Excel functions also. Very basic few Excel functions you can learn. You have any idea about Excel functions?
No, sir. I just had the basics work in the Excel, not in the functions.
See, like na, these all functions are in Excel. Like this is L trim, lower. I explained you in the Oracle also, in the SQL also, na Hana also, Hana SQL, lower, L trim,
Mm-hmm.
the cares. These are all functions. You can learn Excel basic functions. See, I explained you. You should learn Excel basic functions like string functions, math functions. Only only string functions, math functions, and logical functions. That's it. Only three functions you should learn. You can find from the internet very easily, and we have created discount. When I activate it, I can check preview.
So in the table you cannot see. I cannot see the discount added. Is it added, sir?
No, it is already added.
But
If
I
this is output, no, this is output means added in the output.
okay,
Click on semantics. It is automatically shows here
okay. We need,
because it is
so we do not
section.
have to define whether it is a major or whether it is a in semantic. We generally define, yeah.
But it is already measured because when we create, na, I have mentioned here column type.
Okay.
So it is I select measure. So it automatically comes here measure
So here it is showing the different signs. Are two signs are there in the type. It is showing the two
because
symbols.
uh, because calculation symbol is there.
Okay,
This is a calculator, very small calculator.
okay, okay.
So just click on preview and you can find here amount, see amount and discount, amount and discount.
Mm-hmm.
It is fine. It is it is calculated column. So you can create any column at any time based upon the calculation. Any column you can create. But the problem is, but the problem is कि every time when you run this report, every time when you run this report, when you run the preview, it always show the 10% discount. Every time it is showing 10% discount is hard coded. It is hard coded, na? It is hard coded. The end user cannot change it. End user can't change. Okay?
Hmm. So
You
if
can
I want to
change
cancel
because
that,
hmm?
if I want to remove that column, then discount.
Yes, yes, you can do it. You can remove the column, you can remove the column, or you can change the percentage. You can do everything because you are a HANA modeler. But end user who is showing the report, end user can't change in the model. He can view the report only. Okay,
Okay.
can't
Okay.
change, view only. We can put we can put input parameters for end user. So every time a prompt will come, we can use input parameters for end user every time prompt will come. It means there is an input parameter. We can create input parameter, any input parameter. Suppose you write here my input parameter, my input parameter. So this is your input parameter.
Constant expressions.
Default value you can mention here any default value.
What's the
Suppose
meaning of
one.
default value, sir? One.
Default, it will come automatically.
One
If
time.
you are not doing anything, yes, first time come default value.
Okay. And what is the
And
parameter types are direct, is mandatory, direct,
direct column
column, derived
C.
from table, statically.
Direct means user can user can input automatically. Referential type means if you choose any column, user can input a column value only.
Who
Enter
user
a
means the report creator or the person who create the
report, who view the report,
okay,
who
okay,
view the report.
management.
Yes. Yes, top
So
management.
so what we need to select, direct.
Yes, direct. Yes,
And when to use other conditions, sir?
yes. I will explain you. But firstly, you see what is the use of input parameter.
Okay.
See, I choose integer. Okay. So input parameter comes here. What is the use of this input parameter? Now I will open this count again and here I will erase it. If I write here input parameter, this is input parameter. I write here it is it is an input parameter automatically comes.
Dollar.
Yes, the name of input parameter.
So
It
it should be
automatically comes when
it should
you
be in between the
see.
dollar.
See again when you click on it, na,
Mm-hmm.
it will come again
Okay.
automatically
By 100.
by 100. Everything is same. When I activate it, preview it, it is not asking any question, no? It is not asking any question. But in the input parameter, in the input, just 1 minute.
Hello.
Mandatory. I clicked is mandatory.
I click.
Click is.
Where,
I
sir?
will show you. I will show you again. I click here. Is mandatory. Is mandatory.
Okay, it's mandatory.
It is important. When I activate it, preview it, it is asking parameter.
Mm-hmm.
If I write parameter 5, then it will show us 5%.
Okay.
Every time when any user click on preview or view, then the prompt will
Hello. Hello. Hello.
yes, every time it will ask prompt.
So we can
If you
hear.
write here 50%, 50, it will show discount in 50%.
Okay.
So this is the input parameter.
So in that, when we click once again,
Hmm.
not this one, sir.
Preview.
When we preview,
Hmm.
then we can see from and to. So in this, what is the
Hmm.
use of to, sir?
Right now here is no use, but actually in our condition there is only from. But if you want to apply condition from and to, see here is no use from and to. It is a single. This window is for everyone. This window is for everyone, na? So
Ev-
that's why it is showing
Everyone means,
from
sir.
and to. This is a same window. It comes every time.
Okay.
It comes every time. So equal, see, equal and from and to is no use.
Over here.
With equal, from and to is no use. But but uh, but there is only equal input parameters. There is only equal. Equal is there.
What is
No
this
other
direct
option.
integer is here?
This one.
No down one, sir. In direct semantic type, data type.
These are semantics. Suppose currency unit measure date. We have no currency unit measure date, so we choose from here. If you have a currency unit date, then you can use semantic type, but it is uh, one date trait.
If I use the currency,
Because
then what I will be using?
if it is currency, then you should use varchar.
And if the unit is here, where can
Varchar.
date?
Date is date.
Okay, data having data. Okay.
Hmm.
And what about this conversion function? Internal to external, external to internal conversion.
These are conversions.
Hmm.
Conversions normally we are not used, but in very rare. It is these are important part. This is important. You know conversion between integer to float
Uh,
conversion. You
mm-hmm.
know conversion casting, conversion casting in any programming language
In the programming language, no.
like the in like integer to float conversion. Example integer to float conversion or like that. Integer to string conversion like that.
Always from integer or any to any.
Actually, this is a programming part.
We
This
cannot.
use very
No, actually,
rarely.
it is over there. It is showing the browse option as well. So that's the reason I ask.
See, this is conversion function. If you create any conversion, if you create any function, then you can select it.
Okay.
Internal to external conversion.
So where the result will be shown of this?
To internal conversion. Actually, you should understand this concept. I will explain you this concept. Conversion. Conversion means data type conversion. Internal conversion means internal to external means hello.
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay, internal to external conversion means what is you should understand internal data types. You should understand internal conversion automatically by computer, automatically by automatically by system. It is called implicit conversion. External conversion. It is not automatically. We should create a function using program or it is called explicit conversion.
Okay. But there is an
So
option
you
of
understand?
internal to external, external to internal.
it means if you have programs,
Okay.
functions, predefined functions. Suppose if you have a programmer, he created a function for you, then you can select it. But normally it is not used because suppose we use we use input parameter as integer and formula was formula is amount into parameter divided by 100. Here the result is in float, result in result in decimal. So so auto convert integer to decimal, automatically converted. There is automatically converted.
So, but already we defined in the decimal here while we are creating the parameter,
Hmm.
isn't it?
No, parameter is integer. We cancel. I will open it again. It is integer.
Okay.
So it is automatically converted. So this option is very rare. It is useful for programmers. If you have a program,
Okay.
then
So,
you should add it.
so this is what is this, sir? Manage mapping that is not active.
Oh, mapping is not required here. No, no, it is not used here. Mapping. It is not used here. Mapping. It is not required.
Derived from table, static list.
But first of all, you should practice it. First of all, because when you do practice, na, you will face some problems. Firstly, normally you create a parameter. Normally you create an input parameter and you create calculated columns
First, we need to create
and
calculator
you
column or
create
the parameter.
uh, parameter. Firstly, create parameter.
Okay, double click on the input parameter and then we can create it.
Hmm. And similarly here, restricted columns. Restricted columns means my restricted column. Suppose my restricted column. You can choose any measure. Select any measure. Select any measure and choose. Suppose choose product ID. Suppose product ID is equal to 4. You choose amount. Product ID is equal to 4. Active and preview. You enter anything. Okay. New raw data. Okay, you open preview again. Preview. Raw data. See, my restricted column. You entered product ID 4 only.
Can you extend the screen, sir? It is not visible, sir.
Hmm?
Okay, my restricted column.
Hmm.
It
Last
is showing
one.
only one, other it is not showing.
Because you are, we have mentioned product ID 4 only,
Yes, sir.
and it is showing amount only. Because we restrict amount, product ID 4.
So what is the use of this restricted, sir? If you only show.
Sometimes if you want to hide some values,
Mm-hmm. Hello.
only hiding of values, you can use it. Because
So if I want more
restrict,
than two columns, then as you have only selected four, if I want three, four, five.
yes, restriction means here you can restrict. Suppose you want to choose greater than or equal to. You want to choose greater than or equal to
Two,
3.
three, okay.
Active, preview,
That's the percentage.
hmm. This is greater than 2, greater than or equal to 3. It means
So it is
1
showing the
is,
exact amount without discount. It is showing here 96, 96, 84,
yeah,
86,000.
yeah, because in the restriction we use amount.
Okay.
We use amount. It is up to you. You can choose discount. You can choose quantity.
So we can use simultaneously two also that discount as well as the quantity.
No, one column is one measure. Only one measure.
So if
One
there is,
column,
so it is only possible only one column.
only one column. If you want to use another column, na,
Mm-hmm.
then you create another column, another restriction.
Like
If you want another column, then you can create another restriction like that. You can create new restriction means,
okay,
and you can select suppose
quantity.
quantity,
It is not showing discount, sir. Why?
because it is showing only measures in
This
restrictions. See, restriction
discount is also the
columns
major
used
one,
to
sir.
be, yes, but it is not showing here. It will show
Okay,
only
it
actual
attribute view.
measures.
It will show only attribute views.
Actual measures. And right now you can choose here. Suppose product ID is equals to 4. Suppose. So it will create a new column, raw data.
This is 1% here.
Yes, it is a new column.
Okay. So if we want to remove this restriction, then we can just delete it.
Yes, remove the column, remove the restricted column,
How, sir? From
like
here.
just
Okay.
right click, delete.
Reference, copy, edit. Okay, if we want to edit, then we can go in edit, sir,
Yes, edit window.
and we can change equal to or greater, less than, like that.
Hmm.
Okay. And what is this sir? Hide, sir? Column. In column, it is below there is a hide which is unchecked.
This is hidden. Hidden.
Yeah, sorry, hidden, hidden.
Hidden means hidden means this column is available, but it is not showing in the report. It is available, but it is not showing in the report. See, no.
Both are showing.
Yes, it is showing now. It is hidden when I click on hidden. Okay, save and activate. View. Okay, it is not showing in the final view. It is hidden. It is available, but it is not showing.
Okay. So I got this point, but I'm not understanding when to use this hidden or restricted columns.
See, restricted column means restricted column means this is restricted columns are used to filter. Actually, this is very rare. We can hide some values according to condition. It is an idea, simple idea. Hide some values according to condition.
But the same value will be there, yes sir, because it won't be changed. The amount whatever they mention, it will be just showing in the restricted column. If that is not there, then
Yes.
also the person can see the amount.
Hmm.
So what is the logic?
In that case, na, in that case, you can hide the amount. In that case, suppose you should remove, so you can hide. Here is hidden, na?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Amount is
Mm-hmm.
hidden.
Yes sir.
Uh, 1 minute. Yes, I selected hidden.
Yes.
Amount is hidden.
Okay.
Active and preview. Now you can see we hide the amount and we show the amount according to condition only.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This is a restricted value and hidden means column will be hide. See, now you can unhide the column, hide the column. This is
Similarly, we can
thing.
do the discount and whatever the measures, but not with the characteristic. I mean the
Yes, yes. Good point. Good point. In the characteristics, this is hidden. This is hidden, and you can see here is a
variable.
variables. Variables. In the characteristics, we can put variables
So what
also.
is the logic of this key over here, sir? If we are selecting key here,
There
okay,
is
okay,
normally there is no use,
mm,
only to improve performance.
okay,
Only to improve performance only, because when you select key na, then uh, duplicate values will come also. It will never restrict to duplicate values,
okay.
but it improves performance.
That's all.
Yes,
Is this
only
key the
improve
same the
performance.
primary key?
Yes, it's a primary key. Yes, it's a primary key. Actually, normally we specify primary key and foreign key,
Yes.
but here it is primary key.
Okay. Hmm. So we'll always select a primary key, not the foreign key.
You can you can select it, no problem. But you should, because it's optional. You should prefer primary key
Okay.
because primary key is unique. Then performance will enhance.
Performance
And
means it
you
will be
can,
fastly, job will be done.
hmm
What the exact meaning over here for performance?
no, performance means speed.
Okay.
Speed will be fast. When you
Mm-hmm.
execute the report, na,
Mm-hmm.
the report will open fastly, quickly. It is
Okay.
called performance. And you can see in the characteristics, in the attributes, there is variables. So variable means filters. These are filters.
Those are active.
No, and they are not active. But when you click on it, suppose this is the product ID. When you click on it, it is active.
Okay.
It
Now
is
what can
active.
we? So what can we do in that, sir?
Actually, you should click here. Field variables. First of all, you should create variables. First of all, you should create a variable. Suppose I am creating a variable on the product ID. Okay. See, now it is active. Product ID.
Mm-hmm.
When you activate it and open the preview, it will ask you the variable. Suppose I write 4. It will show you the product ID 4 only.
Okay.
It will show you the product ID 4 only.
Mm-hmm.
This is variable, and these are variables. This is, now it
Okay.
is off.
How you off that, sir?
This is on.
Mm-hmm.
When you click on blank, this
Okay.
blank part,
Uh-huh.
it will be.
So we need to deselect from the key as also.
Hmm?
We need to deselect from the key also as it is stick in the key.
No,
You
he
can
is a separate concept. No
you can
problem.
you see over here. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You can apply filter anywhere. You can apply filter anywhere. You can apply filter on price, no problem. Like that. You can price filter, apply on price. You can choose your price 15,000.
Parameter is you haven't mentioned.
Now price 15,000.
Okay.
So these are filters. So you do practice on it.
Can you give me the some detail about the master and the so that I can practice?
The best way is the best way of practice is the best way of practice is product customer sale. This is best way, and I will send you one email also where you can find some examples.
Yes, I'm waiting for that example. Because already I have done the product customer and sale. So if I can have the something new, so that is the reason I can have the idea as well.
Hmm. I will I will give you I will send you mail.
Okay.
So
Are you sending now itself, sir?
tomorrow, hmm?
Are you sending mail now itself?
Yes,
Okay.
I I will send right now. And tomorrow class is 8 a.m. morning 8.
Okay. So it will be exactly at 8 a.m., sir, because at 9, I mean, at your 9 o'clock, I need to leave. So that's the reason your 9 o'clock. So that's the reason I'm saying that if it is possible, then let's start the class exactly at 8 o'clock.
Okay, we will start at 8 o'clock. Fine, right, Vikram? So
Okay.
we meet
8 a.m.,
tomorrow,
yeah?
right? Hmm.
8 a.m.
Yes, a.m. morning. Yes.
Your morning.
Hmm.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
Just send me the mail, sir. So
Yes, sure. I'm
what will
sending.
be the tomorrow's class, sir?
Tomorrow class, I will explain you calculation view.
Calculation view.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I'm sending you mail right now. So fine, we will discuss next time. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay.